I was sitting here, I'm doing my laundry, obviously, look behind me. Ran around, did a whole bunch of shopping today, and I have had so many questions about curses, and what they are, um, and how to release them. I've had so many questions about curses. So I thought to myself, well, geez, I need to do something about this because I have so many questions. So I'm going to do a video to hopefully go over what curses are and how to fix them. And yeah, so first thing you need to know is a curse comes from somebody else or yourself even, whether that person is physical or it's a spirit or whatever. A curse is something negative, negative energy placed on you from another person, kind of like a hex or a spell, but a little different. So, the way that we get curses are through interaction. Sometimes if, let's say, for example, I'm driving down the street and I cut somebody off, because who doesn't do that? And because I didn't see them, or maybe I'm in a rush or something happened, and all of a sudden I just feel this really dark energy. This has happened. I'm telling a life story, okay? All of a sudden I feel a really dark energy just kind of take me over, and I'm starting to have like a bad mood, and I'm starting to have a bad day. And it's like, oh, all this started when I was in that car. And what might happen in that situation is the person driving that you might have cut off threw negative energy at you. Just think of like a big, huge, like dodgeball of just negative energy, and they just hucked it at you, right? And it hit you like a target, and you just feel like crap now. Maybe your day's not going as planned. Maybe every time you get in the car, you're an angry person. Maybe you have a hard time driving with other people, whatever it may be. Usually that curse comes back around until it's been released. So the best way to go about fixing this is actually intention and figuring out why the curse was there in the first place. So, for example, if this happened to me, what happened is I started to have a really bad day, and I was like, man, it kind of started when I was in that car. And I started to think about it, and I was like, it was that guy. He just sent like a whole bunch of negative energy my way. Oh, he cursed me. He cursed me with, sometimes it's just simple, generic negative energy, or sometimes it's really deep. Like he cursed me with bad relationships, if it was next, or he cursed me with whatever it may be. But so with that specific example, he had just cursed me. It was just a whole bunch of negative energy, and I was getting stuck in negativity. And so I kind of sat there and I was like, all right, I need to get rid of this energy. I need to get rid of this curse. So the first thing you're going to do is set the intention, okay? Number one is you're going to set the intention, and you're going to say, even though this thing happened to me, I choose not to take on this curse, and I choose to have a higher vibration and a better light. And so you set the intention, sometimes through prayer, or sometimes just through meditation. You just say, it is my intention to get rid of this curse. I don't want it anymore. I don't need it anymore. And so you get rid of it that way. And sometimes it's simple enough and it works. In that specific circumstance, I didn't have any tie to that guy. I didn't really know him. I didn't know what he was going through. So such a simple release. Let's say that it's an ex though. Let's say he cursed you with negative relationships, and you really loved this guy, and he had a deep connection with you. That's going to be a much harder curse to undo. So the best way to go about releasing something like that is to go into why your energy field was open enough to receive that. So I know that sounds ridiculous, and I know that might sound tough to hear, but there is something like your energy was open and vulnerable enough that it got deep. Whereas if someone just curses me like on the highway or something, it's a bounce off. Like it will just kind of sit on top of my aura or in my aura, and it will kind of marinate for a second, but it won't stick around. Whereas if someone who's like my ex or something were to curse me, I was really in a vulnerable situation, in a vulnerable place. So I need to go back in time, and I need to fix that, and I need to heal that, and build some boundaries and relive some truth. So the best way to undo curses in that moment would be, I would use Simply Essence, to be honest. Find a practitioner or get certified and do it yourself, whatever that may be, because that's some deep stuff. So you might need more than just setting the intention. You might need to release a couple of things before you can get rid of the curse. You might need to go into a couple of ages. But really, it comes down to intention. The biggest thing we have to understand is that intention is everything. And if we intend to release a curse, it will release from us. It just depends on what that process looks like. And everybody's process is going to be different. And you don't have to use Simply Essence. I should disclaimer that. You do not have to use Simply Essence to release a curse. You can do anything. Lots and lots of prayer and meditation will release curses. And you can take the specific steps to do so. So, long video, I'm sorry, but I hope this helps. I hope this maybe helps somebody else. This goes for any dark or negative energy that's kind of stuck inside of you, but I've had a lot of interest in specifically with curses, so I thought I'd make this video. So I hope this helps. Peace, love, and light, guys.